Hi everyone, and welcome back to Authentic Worth Publishing. I do hope you are doing well. My name is Esther Jacob and I'm the founder of Authentic Worth Publishing, which is bringing worth back into you through storytelling and book writing. And I want to humbly say a massive thank you to those who have subscribed to the Authentic Worth YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to talk about the importance of writer's block and how you can avoid it going forwards. I would like to start with my story because I do believe that's one way that I can open up the floor to you that may have questions regarding writer's block. So just to define what writer's block is when you feel stuck with your writing journey. And it's when you're trying to get words from your mind onto paper, but it just doesn't seem to come on. As an author of 5 books, with my first book, It's Time to Heal, it took 2 years to write and publish this book because I didn't feel like it was at the stage where I needed it to be published. And sometimes as we are writing, as we are thinking, there are many thoughts in our minds that we have that cause us to really shrink or stay stagnant. And one of the ways that I've been able to overcome writer's block is through taking walks and taking my time away from the computer. These are one of the most effective and essential ways of avoiding writer's block. Also, learning from other authors that have already gone ahead of you on how they write is very essential. Now, this is the reason why I love attending networking events and also author events as well. Thankfully, more events are happening in person. And as you know, we do encourage authors and those who are aspiring to be authors to reach out to others, whether it be through social media or face-to-face events. And I know that there are plenty of events coming up this spring, summer of 2022 for authors. We do have our next few events coming up very shortly, and I want to mention one now at the Woolwich Library. And the theme is building personal confidence in business and resilience. I'm going to link all the information in the description bar below. It is a free event in collaboration with Startups Greenwich Library. So I want you to come with an expectation to learn how you can build confidence in your business and personal endeavors as well. So that's another thing that I love about when it comes to writer's block and how to avoid it is meeting other people. You never know who you're going to meet. And you never know who can help you if you just reach out to others. Writer's block is not a bad thing. Sometimes when you look at the amount of words that you have on your manuscript, if you sense that it's very lengthy and it's very repetitive, don't be afraid to reach out to someone that is a book coach or ask a trusted friend to read parts of your book and see what needs to be shuffled around and structured. For me, I try my best not to repeat myself in books. But remember, for you, you may think that it's not really the way you expect it to be. But to the reader or the other person on the end of the line, they may actually enjoy your writing style. So don't put too much pressure on yourself and think that because I've got so many words, it's not going to make sense or it's not flowing, because you will be very surprised that writer's block actually can turn around for your good. Another thing to remember as well is if you feel like you're still struggling with your book and how to continue the journey of writing, why not start a questionnaire or a survey for your potential target market to fill out? So for example, one of our recent enrollers on the Authentic Worth online course actually participated in creating her own questionnaire via SurveyMonkey. And I tell you, that questionnaire came out so well, excellently written, and it made perfect sense. And she was able to collate all the information from her target market to start writing her book. And that's something that we really inspire you to do. We don't just want to push you out there and just say write. Because if there's no structure, how will people understand the story of your book? And that's why writer's block is there to help you to take your time. See writer's block as pausing. Now I want you to close your eyes for 1 minute. Just close your eyes and think about the power of your story. Think about what you desire to talk about. Think about why you've had a vision of writing a book and becoming a published author. What is the vision? What is the purpose? What is your intention in writing this book? And as you continue to think about these thoughts, ask yourself, what ways can I create opportunities of ease as I write and as I continue the journey? What can I do to be still and enjoy my writing style? without looking at other people? What can I do to educate myself on how to write? How do you see your book at this time? Do you see it as an opportunity for people to be inspired by your story? And if you want people to be inspired by your story, which I believe you will know that it's not to be rushed. And therefore, Writer's Block is there to help you, to challenge you to take it one step at a time and to work on your own journey organically, because that writing journey is unique to you. Okay, now open your eyes. I want you to really take heed to everything that has been said today. Writer's block doesn't have to be hard. You can take your time and you can speak out. And if you want to, as you speak out, you can write what you're speaking as well. Even if you want to write half a paragraph a day, it is better than trying to write 10 pages a day and feeling stuck on just the second page. Writing should be easy. Writing should flow so well and so smoothly. You should never doubt your writing skills because you have a writer's block. And sometimes the things that we go through in our writing journeys actually do end up benefiting us, because we're not trying to write amiss. We're not trying to write just for ourselves. We're writing for the audience that we have in mind, to inspire, to encourage, to elevate, to transform the minds of those who are going to obtain a copy of your book. That's why even the title of your book, once you've got the title, and even if you don't have the title, please don't worry. But if you've got a brief storyline of what you desire your book to be on, that is a start. And that title of your book will enable you to write so well for that manuscript to be flowing. And remember this, that books don't have to be so lengthy. They can be small, they can be long, they can be wide, but what matters is that it makes sense to your readers and it is true. Writing a book is not just to have a great title, it's to leave a great legacy into the lives of other people through that story that you've been through. And every one of us has been through something. We've all got stories in us. Some we may want to share, some we may not want to share. But the ones that we do want to share, how are you breaking it down? In my recent video, I spoke about how to structure a book, and I want you to take the time to listen to that video because it will bounce very well with this one. And I want to remind you again, writer's block is not against you. If you have writer's block, take your time. Don't rush a book. A great book should never be rushed. It must take its time to let the book blossom. So when the outcome shows, people will know that this author took time to get such a great book together. Bearing in mind that writer's block can occur at any stage of your writing journey, even after you've published it. But regardless, remember, once you let that book go, leave it into the hands of the publisher, because the publisher and your editor will work with you to see how they can really come up with a concrete book for you, and the storyline will flow. For example, I always give this. Let's say you want to post a letter in the red letter box. Even if you wanted to open it, you can't because you don't have access to it. So you drop the letter into the letterbox and it's in there now. You have no right to find a way to get it out. You've put it in the letterbox because you trust that the postman is going to deliver it to the specified destination. And that is what writing a book is about. Once it is published, you leave it to the readers to decide whether they like it or not. It's not your role to persuade or convince anyone to like your book. As long as you like your book and you like the nature of your writing style, the right people will find you and they will connect with you. Writer's block is reminding you that not everybody is your audience. So you can't be writing for everybody because that will just be too much. And speaking from experience, I'm really grateful that I know the target market I focus on. We've got children's books, we've got young adults books, we've got teenage books, mature adults. So many ranges of stories for different target markets. And when you find your fit, stay there and work hard at it. Don't ever feel like you need to come to a place where you need to branch out and think that in order to avoid writer's block, perhaps I need to target everybody. That's a lot of work and a lot of pressure. Narrow your book storyline down to what you believe is suited for you and your audience. Writer's block should never make you feel like you cannot get that book published. Writer's block can help you if you allow yourself to take the time away from the screen and take your time to really reflect. What is my story saying? How can I get my point across in a way that is simple and easy to relate to? Even in one of my recent videos on my personal YouTube channel, I spoke about perfectionism. Now, perfectionism is definitely something that we all go through because, of course, we want our books to be perfect. And if you remember, quite a few years back, I spoke about books having typo errors. And even up till now, there are great books that have typo errors. And this comes to show you that no matter how much you want to try and be a perfectionist, it just doesn't work because perfectionism does not exist. And that's one of the greatest reasons why people have writer's block, because they want their book to be perfect. They want it to be smooth. They want it to be at 100%. But what truly matters is that your storyline is inspiring the lives of people. And that's why you should never wait for perfectionism, because you'll be waiting a very long time. So I really want to encourage you today, as aspiring and potential authors, let go of that fear of it's not good enough. You never know how powerful your book will be unless you let it go. Because in 2016, I was really holding on to my book. Am I ready? Does it feel right? Have I included enough? Do I have enough chapters? Will it be appealing? I said, Esther, it's done. And I want to remind you, your book is done. It's just the way you renew your mindset that makes the difference. Don't feel like your book isn't done because you're not seeing the progress of it right now. Just because you don't see progress right now in your book doesn't mean that it won't be successful in the near future. Also, being able to create a routine of being able to write, even if it's an hour a day, to help you write every hour about one chapter. And even if you don't finish that one chapter, there's still opportunities for you to find ways on how to expand it naturally. Not by going over that 1 hour, but being true to the time frame you've given yourself. When I feel like I've got writer's block, I love reading. I'm currently reading The Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer. And this book talks about your mind and how your mind can create and shape your life. But reading solves a problem into the lives of those who obtain a copy of your book. You're not meant to stay in one place. Writer's block enables you to branch out. It enables you to learn more about your writing style and even your skills on how you can improve. So I really want this short and brief video to inspire you, because as a publishing company, we know how it is to have authors coming and thinking that their book is not worth it, or they need support, or they need help. And that's why we have now launched our one-to-one accountability coaching sessions for authors that need much more support and structure in writing their book. And further information can be found on www.authenticworth.com/publishing services. Remember what I said before, start going to workshops, start going to events, start reaching out to people. You never know who can help you. If I didn't go to the 2016 event, I wouldn't be an author up till now. And not only of one book, but 5 books. That's because I believed and I pushed through despite the thoughts of negative self-limiting beliefs, which do occur at times. But it just comes to show you that you have the right to go over and push over how you feel. So don't stay where you are. Rise above, because you've got so much in you than you can imagine. And only you can write that book that is in you. You never know how far that book can take you. Just one book. Even if you want to be an author of 1 or an author of 5, it's okay. This is not a competition on how many people can write certain books at several years in time, or how many people can write at a quick pace. This is about your unique, individual and authentic journey of how you can write your book for your audience and avoid writer's block by taking your writing style one step at a time. So I really hope that this video inspired you to remember that your writing journey starts within you. and you have what it takes to write that book. I just want to remind you again that Authentic Worth is having an in-person event on Wednesday, the 8th of June, 2022, on building personal confidence in business and resilience. So I'm going to link everything in the description bar below. It's free of charge, and I would love to see you there so we can talk more about how you can build your businesses, your passions, and your book writing style as well. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I do hope that it has been an inspiration to you. If you know anyone at this moment in time who is an aspiring author or a potential author that has writer's block, let them listen to this video. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I surely will look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take good care of yourself and have an amazing day. Bye.